morning, Granny.
Cold? You call this cold? Why, I remember a winter morning that was so cold that when I went to milk the cow, the milk froze before it hit the pail. I had to break it off in sticks. Yes, sir. I carried a double armful of milk in and never spilt a stick.
Gee, Granny, how'd you drink it? Bite on it?
Nope. But you did.
You're in a right good mood this morning.
Jed, I got a feeling in my bones that Pearl got him last night.
Oh, I seen Mr. Brewster's car coming down the road, and Aunt Pearl's with him.
I told him, my bones is never wrong. When's the wedding, Pearl?
We married in church?
Yeah, let's see your ring, Pearl.
You want me to carry Mr. Brewster over the threshold for you, Ma? She don't look too happy. She don't sound too happy, neither.
Oh, all women folk cry when they're about to get married.
I didn't get him.
Oh. Did you try your best, Pearl?
Oh, Granny, I throwed the book at him. Cooking, sewing, singing. I even nursed him through the flu. Got him well in 5 minutes. But he didn't propose.
Jed, you go out there and do your duty to your female cousin. Ask that city fella what he'd rather get, married or buried.
Now, Granny, I don't hold with getting folks married unless it's willing.
Pearl's got enough willing for both of them. If you going to make a liar out of my bones...
Yeah, I'll have a talk with Mr. Brewster. Where'd he go, Pearl?
He said he was going to park the car on the warm side of the cabin. But he must have run off.
After him, everybody. We'll head him off at the pass and shoot him down like a dog.
Now, you hold on. You ain't shooting nobody down. Just simmer down. Why, he didn't run off at all. Except we'll need you, Ellie, to get him back in here.
How come?
Looks like a couple of your friends are sizing him up for breakfast.
Well, in all sincerity, Mr. Clampett, your cousin Pearl is a very remarkable woman. It's just that, well, I don't want to get married.
Well, I understand that, Mr. Brewster, and I thank you for speaking the truth like a man, but my cousin Pearl has got herself a problem.
Oh, what's that?
Well, ain't no secrets in the hills, and everybody's dog knows that you've been boarding with her over at her place, and they all know she's had her cap set for you. And, oh, I ain't blaming you, Mr. Brewster.
Jed? Did he say yes? Can we come out now?
Well, not yet a while, Granny.
Well, if you're too chicken to shoot him, Ellie's got her wolves standing by.
Mr. Brewster, in order to save my cousin Pearl from shame, I'm going to ask you to do me a big favor.
Anything I can do.
I want you to propose to her in front of somebody.
But...
And let her turn you down, of course.
Oh, I see. Of course, yes, that'll save face. Pearl will know that she's supposed to turn me down.
Oh, sure, we'll have an understanding with Pearl. Now, the one I think you ought to propose in front of is Elverna Bradshaw.
You know, Mr. Clampett, this idea of yours is quite inspired.
Oh, just a notion. You see, Elverna is the biggest gossip in the hills.
No, really, it's brilliant. It combines drama, pathos, suspense. It has a happy ending. Great third-act curtain. It's real theater.
Of course, you'll have to be convincing, so Elverna will...
Convincing? Why, I'll give a performance that the people of these hills will remember as long as they live.
Well, just so that...
When Pearl Bodine turns down my impassioned proposal of marriage, there won't be a dry eye in the house.
Elverna, don't cry easy.
Oh, well, now, surely you're not going to waste this dramatic scene before just one person.
Well, I reckon Elverna's daughter...
I've got it. I've got it at the movie house where Pearl plays the piano.
You want to propose there?
Well, it's perfect. Everybody in town will see it.
I want to kind of shame you to be turned down in front of all them people?
Well, it's just a performance. I've learned one thing in the theater. An actor always gives a better performance in front of a full house.
Well, doggies, that sure is nice of you.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Clampett. Mrs. Bodine. Granny, come on in. Come on in, everybody.
How about it, Uncle Jed? How about it, everybody? I reckon we better let Mr. Brewster tell you what's going to happen.
Oh.
Well, tonight at the movie house, Mrs. Bodine, while the whole town looks on, I'm going to ask you to marry me.
It's called for a whopping big snort.
Now, will y'all quieten down, everybody, until you hear the rest of the story. Now, Pearl, when Mr. Brewster asks you to marry him, you're going to say no.
Not unless I'm as drunk as you are.
Howdy, Pearl.
Evening, Pearl. Evening, Granny.
Jethro went on ahead down the theater to get a fire going in the stove.
Where's Jethro, Aunt Pearl?
Why, she's in her room getting dressed. Go on in and see her. Granny, what happened to your mink coat?
This is it. Tonight's kind of special, so I'm wearing the pretty side out.
You sure got your pretty side out tonight, Pearl?
Oh, I tell you, Jed, I'm as nervous as if I was going to get a real honest-to-goodness proposal.
And it would be real if your cousin Jed would do his duty and hold a shotgun on that fella, Brewster.
Now, ladies, let's settle for what we got. This way, Pearl can come to California without nobody saying she left town in disgrace.
Good evening. Good evening.
Ain't you dressed up? That boiled shirt makes your face look kind of dark.
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm wearing a little theatrical makeup. Mrs. Bodine, how would you like some pancake on your face?
How'd you like some sweet potato pie on yours?
Fetch me some hot possum grease, Pearl, and I'll fling it on him.
Now, ladies, you misunderstood me. Pancake is a type of makeup we use in the theater. An actor, like myself, would feel positively undressed without it.
I thought you was oil man.
Well, that's my business. But at heart, I shall always be an actor.
Say now, speaking of acting, you two got it figured out what you want to say?
Oh, yeah, we rehearsed 12 times. Mr. Brewster will be sitting on the front row. And when the picture's over, he'll jump up and he's...
Excuse me. I've been thinking about that. I believe it would be more effective if I made an entrance.
Entrance?
Yes, I'll come down the aisle.
Oh, all right. And then Mr. Brewster's going to say, Mrs. Bodine, don't go to California with your cousin Jed. Stay here and be my wife.
I've been thinking about that, too. After a big entrance down the aisle, that's going to seem like a pretty flat opening speech.
Well, you just say what you want to say. All I got to say is, no, I won't marry you. If that's Homer Winch, I'm going to hit him right in the head.
Good evening, Pearl.
Berna Bradshaw, what are you doing here?
Well, you and me being such close friends, I just thought I'd offer to play Piany for you at the theater tonight.
Why?
Surely you're not going to show up and have folks whispering behind your back all during the picture.
What in the world would they be whispering about?
Pearl, I'm your best friend. You don't have to pretend with me. The whole town knows how you've been flinging yourself with that boarder of yours.
For your information, Berna Bradshaw, Mr. Brewster proposed to me 12 times today, and 12 times I turned him down.
Is that why he give you this here mink coat? 'Cause you turned him down?
This here mink coat was given to me by my niece, Ellen Mae Clampett.
Oh, Pearl, I keep telling you, you don't have to pretend with me. I'm your best friend.
When Alverna Bradshaw is your best friend, you're up to your eyeballs in enemies.
Mr. Brewster, if you was to go in there now and propose in front of Alverna, you could save yourself a trip to the theater. And the news would get around a heap quicker.
You don't understand, Mr. Clampett. An actor needs an audience.
Alverna, if you don't mind, I'd like you to get out of my coat and out of my house. I'm going to be late for the theater.
Pearl, take your best friend's advice and sneak out of town quietly. You can depend on me to smooth everything over.
Thanks for nothing.